been hosting events in our community for over 20 years. Initially, we collaborated with charities such as the American Cancer Society, Extra Life, Disabled American Veterans, and several others. Now, as a registered 501c3 nonprofit organization, SAW/CAG focuses on providing meals during holidays, offering workshops on growing healthy food, and hosting community gaming events. I want everyone to be able to check out our website at sanctuaryhomestead.org to find out more information about our organization and what we do. So when you're asked at Gen Con what it is that we do, that's what you can give them a rundown on that. Our focus, our mission is to share our hobby to strengthen the gaming community. We expect all GMs running on events under the SAW or CAG banner to maintain a neutral stance on politics, pandemics, religion, race, gender, and any other hot topics. We ask for consideration for those around you when making jokes or comments that may be offensive. Additionally, we request that potentially offensive clothing not be worn. Our events include games, learn to play sessions, and other activities, but not demos. The scope of our con, so this marks our 12th year running events at Gen Con. This year we are hosting over 227 to be exact, and expecting over 1,500 attendees in our area alone. Our events include games, learn to play sessions, and other activities, never demos. Companies participating in Gen Con pay lots of money to be able to run demos, which is why we run learn to plays. Just so you're aware, it's $10,000 to be able to run demos, just straight up. So please do not use the D word in our area. We're excited to bring back our painting event, Hobby Haven, Explore, Paint, and Create. For the third year, this unique event allows participants to try various paint brands, brushes, and tools, and paint models, and they can keep or bring their own to paint. Please refer to it as Hobby Haven and not Paint and Take. Hobby Haven is our largest fundraiser. Make sure to mention it in events that you're running that are applicable, even if you're in RPGs, board games, because they all use minis. So who's who for this year? I am Sean Pittman. I'm the president, CEO, and event organizer, the point person for Gen Con and sponsor companies, contact person for all miniatures events. Britt Pittman is our secretary, scheduling hotel assignments, basically pre-con logistics. She will not be on site this year. She's not allowed. Nick Hess is our vice president, event manager, resident engineer, maker of gaming peripherals. Chris Blum is our treasurer, resident engineer, maker in charge of custom trophies and for tournaments, makes custom gaming tokens and other peripherals, and he's the Emperor's Promise lead. Camille Guy, which is our HQ lead for the morning.
Wait, Camille.
Jason Brandon, which is our HQ lead for the evening. He's also the RPG guru and contact for all RPG GMs. Then you have Nathan, Corey, and Chloe, which are the HQ team to help with. And then other names to know for Gen Con, you've got TJ Pittman, who is the BGF board game miniatures guru and contact person for all board games and card games for Gen Con. Shannon O'Neill is our photographer and helps out with the charity. And then our charity representatives are Lizzie Hess and Cindy Chiswick. And so everyone is aware, I am disabled, affected by pressure fronts, and if I pass out, don't let me stand on chairs. Get Nick. If I do pass out, do not call 911. Just let him know, and they'll take care of it. And if there's blood, maybe, but still let Nick. Yeah. So the CAG SAW HQ is here to help at the con. So if you need anything or have any questions, go see them. Follow all instructions regarding table space and e-ticketing directions that they give you. And please remember, they are volunteers too. So don't get upset with them as they will be your first point of contact for issues with pretty much anything on site. They are also the face of SAW and CAG while at the convention. Do not interrupt them while they are talking with an attendee unless it is truly urgent. Reminder that only myself or Nick can talk to Gen Con. Do not approach Gen Con staff unless directed to do so, or if there's an immediate safety issue. If approached by Gen Con or ICC staff, please respond politely and direct them to Nick or to the HQ table as soon as possible. If a attendant gets belligerent, or if there are safety issues, please get Nick. Hotel room captains should purchase a $300 prepaid Visa card for incidentals. Room captains, when you check in, lock the room for all charges being put on it. These include room service and parking, and we are all at the JW Marriott this year across the street from Hall Lake. So no stadium unless you're a tournament.
Gift card.
Yes.
I recommend it.
Just so that everyone is aware, there were several years ago, the reason why we say about getting the gift card is it won't hit your bank if you go over. So please get the prepaid Visa gift card to be able to do that. We've been hit with over $9,000 in charges before. So please use the gift card. And lock the rooms, yes. Follow all hotel rules for cooking in the hotel. For food, there are plenty of delivery options that are affordable within the area. At the con, the fountain soda in the con exclusive will be $22 for the first time you purchase it, and refills are $1. I think
$2.
$2. Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it went up.
I think the cup is more expensive.
And it might be $25 or something. And it also depends on where you get it from, because there's also the
Soda place.
yeah,
Yeah,
Wild Bills.
it's only like $80 or something
Yeah.
like that.
But you can use it from year to year
Yeah.
and other cons. So burgers are about $15 inside the convention, just so you're aware. You can pack food to save costs, but there are several logistics here you will need to work through. Primarily safe food storage in your room and at the con itself. Gen Con has changed their external food policies to allow individuals to bring in their own food. And we recommend bringing a reusable water bottle with a leak-proof lid for either water or fountain drink transfers. This will reduce the risk of spills at your gaming tables, as this has been an issue in the past. And then Nick.
All right, so we'll start off talking about GM packets. So all GMs will receive a GM packet. It'll include your badge and lanyard when we get on site. These packets will include several things. You're gonna have your schedules, our expectations for our GMs, maps, the food truck list, which they aren't switching out this year, so it's a little bit shorter, which is great for us. And the food's gonna be great, fantastic as usual. We have 2 pickup times. The first one will be Wednesday, 4 to 6 p.m. and then Thursday morning, 8 to 10 a.m. If you have a Wednesday event, you should be able to get your badge before then. If not, or if you can't meet any of these other 2 opportunities, you need to reach out in Teams to any one of the HQ staff and make arrangements to get that badge and lanyard prior to your events. If you don't, you're going to be waiting outside the event halls until someone sees you. And I'm going to be honest, we're far away from the event hall doors. We're not going to see you, so you better reach out or you'll be standing for a while. And then we'll get your badge to you, and then you can get in the con. They will not let you in without a badge if you say you're working an event at the GM. They don't care that much. All right. Before your events, you will need to come to the HQ area and check in. Make sure you get your correct table where you're at. Some of you switch tables occasionally. Some of you stay same table all weekend, which is awesome for you guys. Everyone's is lucky. We'll have a posted schedule and assigned tables, and you can check all the posted info there. Ask a question if you have to. You're going to want to make sure that you have a battery pack to keep your phone charged. Not an HQ. We don't have room for that. All events are e-ticketed. You will be using your phone to scan badges. That's how your people will check into their events. If your phone dies, you cannot scan people into your events. You need to immediately let someone know so we can A, help you scan people events because we don't want to miss scans. And 2, we may be able to provide an emergency battery backup for a short time until which you can get a sufficient charge to finish your event or your day, whichever comes first. But we will need those back. We don't have that many. We don't want to keep handing them out to the same people. So please be sure to manage that as best you can. Contact info. When you get your badge and stuff and check in, you're going to give us a phone number. We may have it already. You'll verify your phone number. We don't have it. All communication are going to go through Teams, but if you have a 9 o'clock event and it's 8:35, 8:45, and you're not there, I'm going to start calling you because maybe you overslept because your alarm didn't go off, you stayed up too late, whatever the reason. I'm going to be calling you repeatedly until someone picks up. And if you don't answer, we will send help. Whatever help looks like. All right, storage, no personal belongings will be able to be stored at our HQ or in the game storage boxes unless you have a board game that's being used for the convention. Then we may have a little bit of space. The exception of this storage is HQ staff. There will be a little room for HQ staff to have a bag or something, but don't abuse that privilege. This has been a big issue. People trip, fall, hurt, break yourself. My wife hurts her knee again. I'm fighting whoever did it. Straight up, I will get thrown out of the pond. Too expensive. So, yeah.
The cost is the problem.
Yeah, so if someone gets hurt, that's bad. That's bad news bears. Don't make me angry. I'm not the Hulk, but you still won't like it. All right. If we do find stuff that's going to be moved, we're not going to tell you where it's moved. Good luck having scavenger hunt. I might put it in the exhibit hall. You never know. So don't leave your stuff in. All right, there may be a small amount of storage in the prow of the spaceship. If Chris has it available and doesn't have all his stuff in it, don't trust that. There'll be room. Just don't bring stuff to store unless it's for an event that's in 2 hours and you have an event in 1 hour. Then we'll figure it out from there. All right, pack and load. We will need assistance unpacking and set up on Wednesday during the convention once we get there. But we are limited the number of bands that we can get for security reasons for hall entry on Wednesday. So only volunteer if you can be there for the whole time. If you're running a Wednesday event, it's probably not a time for you guys to be able to help that much unless we have some extra bands, which I don't think we will this year. When your last event ends on Sunday, all GMs are also expected to assist with pack down. Most events are in around 2 or 3 o'clock. We have to get everything packed down on the truck so we can get back to Cincinnati, get everything unloaded, and get you guys home in a reasonable hour. So the best way to do that is with everyone pitching in and helping. Make sure you're listening to SAW leadership for direction. We're going to do our best to explain clearly and exactly what we're looking for to be done. And if you have any questions, you can always ask. Meals and break times. We didn't schedule these for you. You're supposed to plan these for yourself. You pick the times of your events. So if you did not do that, bad on you. But we will help you out if we can. I don't think we'll have any dedicated runners this year, but we may be able to spare an HQ staff from time to time to run and get you a drink, a burger. You will either have to give them cash or a card if you trust them enough. They could even potentially run an exhibit hall, but don't count on that as we probably won't have the options to spare the people. We've got a lot of stuff that our HQ staff's doing this year. Sarvin said you can bring some food in, bring granola bars, bring snacks. Take care of yourself, especially if you have medical needs and need to watch your food intake. All right, DoorDash will deliver to the hall doors. Sometimes security will let them come directly to us, but you can have DoorDash delivered to the hall A doors. It's really close to where we're at. You can go grab it from them. It is usually a little bit cheaper than the food trucks and the convention. But that's an option. We do DoorDash quite a bit as a staff, just because the convention food gets old when you can't leave the building. All right, SAW CAG shirts. We do have some SAW shirts available and encourage all our GMs to have one. We'll bring them to Gen Con. They are blue shirts. No one's wearing a blue shirt today, sorry. It's a solid blue shirt with the Sanctuary Homestead logo. Looks like a house, really. It's got meeples on it. You can see the logo on our website. Go check it out. They will be $10 each. We have a variety of sizes, but they are first come, first serve. I can't tell you what stock we have. Don't ask, please. Yeah, it's loading on my screen, but hopefully you can see a logo of SAW. Let's see. We would like all our GMs to be wearing, if you have it, a SAW or a CAG shirt on Friday at the con. We're going to plan to have our group photo at 5:50 p.m. On Friday. And then SAW will be providing a pizza dinner for everyone at 6. Now, there are some events that start at 6 on Friday. We will do our best to get you in that photo and then bring you food to your table, or you can come get food when you get a break. But that is the best way to get everyone at the same place, same time, food and picture. Quick and easy. Shannon does a great job. Everyone looks beautiful. All right. We do want you to focus on your players first, but if you can step away and get pizza, please do that. Don't just abandon your game. Have them go take a bio break, whatever it needs to be, because people are going to be tired at 6 o'clock and So you may be waiting for them to get back with their dinner. Cosplay parade is on Saturday. You're welcome to dress up any day at Gen Con. We asked you wear your sock shirt on Friday, but if there's a Mandalorian standing next to me in the group photo, I'm all for it. So keep in mind, this is a family-friendly convention and you're representing a charity. And if it is too revealing, you could be asked to change by Gen Con staff or ICC staff. It's not happened. Don't push the limits. Parking at the JW is $59 every night. You get in and out rides with that. Incidentals for the night, $75 or $300 for the 4 days duration of the con. There is public parking garage connected via Skywalk. You don't get in and out access, and we have no idea what the cost is this year for that. You will be charged parking on Sunday unless you're out of the garage by noon. We are not responsible for parking. It's not feasible. Gate 10 and Chance Events lots don't have any online purchasing available at this point. You may get lucky day of. They might have some single day and or con duration tickets they held back for those drive ups, but don't count on it. Feel free to do other research. If you need parking arrangements, email Sean about double exposure, envoy parking availability.
I think they just closed it.
They may have just closed it, but it was $15 a day within a mile, but it sounds like you missed the chance. Sorry, we didn't get that information to you sooner. I can't control double exposure. Rides, if you can, carpool with other GMs, we recommend it. If you can split the cost of gas and parking, makes it cheaper for everybody. Coordinate with other GMs, you guys do that on your own. Feel free to use Keep to do that. Do not put parking in your hotel room. Your room captain will be locking down the room, so you won't be able to, but don't put parking in a hotel room. It's not a good idea. And if you are allowed, make sure room captain knows so they can call the front desk and yell, because they're supposed to lock that down. Bus transportation. So we do have a party bus. If you've already purchased a ticket, we got you. You should have your receipt. That's going to get you on the bus. It is going to arrive at our Sanctuary Homestead office at 8:30 a.m. and the bus is going to depart at 8:50 on Wednesday. Then it'll be heading over to our storage office in Queensgate, and then it will be leaving no later than 10 o'clock to get to the con by 12:30, 1 o'clock.
What kind of bus?
It is a party bus, so it's seating in the round. It's bigger than a short bus, shorter than a school bus.
Okay.
It's a medium bus.
Is there anything that can be like in the front facing? I get very bad in
Yeah.
car sick,
So
so I just need to be facing.
We're figuring.
there's some options. It is seating in the round, so there can be some front seat. There's also the bare passenger
See,
seat.
windows are usually pretty blacked out of those things too.
Yeah,
It's the motion for me.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm the same thing.
I gotta face forward.
yeah. So there are some options. We can go through that more on day of, but I think we can accommodate no problem. The bus will be leaving Indianapolis Sunday at 6 p.m. Do not be late. The bus will leave you in order to make it both to the con on time and back home on time. Luggage can be dropped off today through Tuesday night at our storage office. More likely office. I don't think any of us are going to storage, but if we had to make an arrangement, we could figure that out. Monday luggage can be dropped off between 4 and 7 with Jason. And then Tuesday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Wednesday morning drop off, you need to have your luggage at our storage office between 7 and 8:30 if you want it on the truck.
Storage.
Yeah, at our storage. I did say storage office, but at our storage. Because it's gotta go on the truck, and the truck's leaving at like 9:30.
We were talking about, I have 18 tiles for next Monday.
That's getting packed Tuesday.
That's getting packed on Tuesday.
Yep.
Perfect, because I'm off all this week till end of con, so we could do it earlier.
We're discussing the tiles and stuff like that.
Okay.
For the luggage, because if you're on the bus, you can't take the luggage on the bus.
Okay,
We'll take all the other questions at the end. You're okay. There's just a lot to get through. All right. Just so everyone has the addresses, our SAW office is located in Eastgate at 496 Old State Route 74. The SAW storage is in Queensgate at 911 Evans Street. We do still have some seats on the bus available. We have 8 for purchase. Save yourself the hassle of parking, the long 2-hour drive to Indianapolis, party with some friends, hang out, chat about 40K or D&D or convention or what you're most excited about. Those tickets can be purchased on our website through the GM information. And again, that's all first come, first serve. And it is $45. That's why I thought. Your cars can be parked at either our office or our storage locations. We have permission they can be parked there overnight. Obviously, block them, no valuables in sight. We don't anticipate any issues. Our landlord's never had any issues, but better safe than sorry. Protect your personal assets as best you can. If you're riding the bus, all your luggage will be on the truck. So keep that in mind for dropping off the luggage and location and whatnot. There is no room on the bus for luggage. It is a party bus, not a traveling bus, but it will get us where we need to go. Layout, we're in halt. You can have medical equipment and medications, just like an airplane. Definitely keep that stuff on you.
Sorry.
No, that's a good point. Let's see. We're in Hall A this year, back right corner. There is a map. It'll be in your player pack. It's in the app. It's in the Gen Con catalog. It's now on screen. Big Arrow, Cincinnati Arsenal Gaming. That's us. Hi, welcome. Recruitment. Sell your players coming back next year. We have many players who come to the same GM because they really like what they do and the events they run. They run a similar or same event every year and they keep coming back. That is something that makes us kind of unique. We get return customers. We want to keep getting return customers. Please do your best to make sure your players have a good time. I know you will because you guys are here. You're awesome. If there are any interest in them participating with us next year, direct them to HQ, Sean, or myself, and we can get them some information. And also see the who's who. If you're comfortable giving them a little bit of information that you know and then directing, feel free to do so. We appreciate any help. All right. Take a drink. It's long-winded part. All right, tickets. All events have tickets, even free ones. You must collect your tickets by scanning them in the app. They're all e-tickets unless there's one special case where Gen Con will print one, but 99.99% of the time, it will be an e-ticket you must scan. Treat collecting tickets from people as cash. And we want cash. We like cash. Either you can scan them as they arrive, you can scan them after 15 minutes or before 15 minutes. It's up to you. Pick a process and do it every time so you don't forget, get lost, skip anybody, miss somebody. If you have trouble scanning people, resolve it immediately by getting HQ's help. Your failure to collect event tickets can have negative consequences. I cannot overemphasize how important it is to collect tickets. We have lost significant dollars for our charity because we don't scan tickets. Please scan your tickets. Make sure your Gen Con app's updated. I do not know if they're doing a training this year for they scanning. Okay, so you'll have to complete a training for the e-ticket scanning. You'll post a notice confirming you completed the training. Things like that. You can get the e-tickets by going to gen-con.com/gen-con-indy/e-tixeo. We have a new ticket tracking policy. Document should be available digitally. There is a link in there. I'm going to go over the GM portion of that. It's going to change the process for how GMs do work a little bit, but not too bad. So GMs, obviously, you're going to scan your ticket, but first thing you're going to do is you're going to check in at HQ and grab a generic ticket envelope. Do we have any of this? All right, it's going to be a little bit bigger than a business card size, manila envelope. It's going to have a sticker. Britt's going to pull a picture for us, but I'm going to kind of explain. You're going to pick that up at HQ and fill out all information that's required. As soon as we find a picture, we'll show you that. It's okay if your envelope's empty because you have all e-tickets. That's okay. We still need it. We want it. It's gonna make life a lot easier for all of us. The envelope's gonna need to include some information on it. There is a game ID/event code. It's gonna be how Gen Con, you're listed in Gen Con's official catalog. It should be coming on screen in a moment. Not changing. You sure the window works? Just a moment. Technical difficulties.
Site, using my phone to see.
We're good. I'll get with you on that one.
All right.
We're a special case because of the time.
So this is what's on the screen's picture of the envelope. This is basically the information we need. Game ID. So you'll see it's make RPG 025M whatever, blah, 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 letters and number chain, the unique identifier for your event. Title of your event. I'm gonna use Hobby Haven. Day and time, Thursday, 7:31, 10 a.m. You're gonna need to know the cost of your event. You can find that in the catalog. We'll have it on a sheet if you need, we'll help finding it. And then you're gonna have the following ticket types on there. So number of event tickets is gonna be on there. These are pre-purchase tickets for your event. Now, for us, this will be an e-ticket with one exception. That exception is if Gen Con has an app error and they print a paper ticket. That'll be the only time you will put a number on that line and or be getting a paper ticket for our event. The next one is generic tickets. These are $2 denominational tickets, basically generic cash. If you are accepting generic tickets, that player will have to produce a number of generic tickets equal to the cost of your event. FYI, all events at Gen Con are in denominations of $2, so there is not a $9 event. It will be a $10 or an $8 event. It's a flexible currency. Other tickets. So other tickets are tickets, paper from other events that can be used at our event as generic. So if a player has a Blood Bowl ticket for $10 and wants to participate in Hobby Haven for $10, we can take his ticket as an other ticket. You'll mark that number down and our count, and it goes forward from there. That doesn't happen that often, but it can, so just be aware of it. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Comp seats, these are seats that are used by staff or volunteers. It's not a physical ticket. If a GM wants to participate in your board game or RPG because you need one more for the event to go off, they can if they have the time. You mark them down as one comp ticket. Doesn't count against us, but it does count the whole number of players. The next thing you'll have to do is write the number of badges scanned for your event on the bottom right corner of the envelope in the brown area. That's going to help us just verify when we're doing our quality checks to make sure everyone's in there and everything's right. So you're going to do that within, say what again, Nate? I need more information than that, but. Okay. So you're gonna be doing that after 15 minutes at the start of your event. That's when you can officially start. That's when you can start accepting generics for sold out events. Jason will go over that more information in just a minute. But after 15 minutes, at least 15 minutes pass, an HQ staff will be around to collect your envelope. So it is very important you have that envelope completed. There are a couple of niche cases where that might not be the case. Those events have been contacted and will know what their rules are. But for the generic, within 15 minutes, have that envelope filled out, place it to your right. HQ staff will come and collect it. We will not be interrupting you unless we have a question that needs answered at that very moment. And then we're going to do our best, interrupt kindly and nicely, get through a suite and move on. But you guys are going to be stars and just knock out the, so we shouldn't have to interrupt anybody. All right. Additional players. So is this your part, Jason?
Yes,
All right. I think I'm done.
you're done.
I'm done. Hey, thanks everyone. We made it. Jason's gonna go ahead and talk now.
Good afternoon. Thank you for coming. And I'm going to talk about event execution. First of all, you're to arrive early to all of your events. The first event you're hosting at Gen Con, we want you to be there 1 hour before the event. That will include an HQ briefing and will give you time to completely set up. For every other event you run besides the first one, at least 30 minutes early. So you again have time to set up, and we want you to start on time. That means once it hits the top of the hour, because all events start at the top of an hour, we want you to start with whoever is there. And all of your materials should be ready. Your board game should be set up, maps, terrain laid out, minis ready, materials organized, handy, handouts at each table, whatever you need to do. Please do not waste attendees' time at an event while you take 15 minutes to unpack. They are there to play, they've paid to play, they want to play. Make sure you have everything you need and that you bring it. Example, can you aim the camera down here, Nick, where I have my stuff for a minute? Thank you. Awesome. Player handouts, instructions, rules briefs. I usually put them in a single folder so you have everything you need for one event, and then every event has its own folder. Pencils and pens. This includes dry erase markers and possibly Sharpies. Sharpies show up better across the table if you draw a map on it, like on plain paper. That way it doesn't show up on pencil. People can actually see it. Make sure you have tokens, things like poker chips or little glass beads. These can represent fate chips, wrath, inspiration, glory points, bennies for Savage Worlds, whatever it is. A physical token is superior than keeping a record on the character sheet. Make sure you have dice, the dice you need for your game, especially if it uses specialty dice. Make sure if you have a board game that you have gone through and all the components are present in the board game. You can also have things like business cards, either the SAW business cards or your own business card to advertise yourself. Index cards are also useful. They sell name tents that are dry erase that stand up and stand out on people's tables. Other things you may need to bring, timers. These can be purchased at Amazon for like $6 or $7. Some games require a deck of playing cards. Make sure you bring a deck of playing cards. The HQ may have extras of certain things, but they will not have extras of everything that you need. Make sure to, again, bring it. We do not want to send you to the exhibit hall to repurchase things that you left at home. You can also bring your own tablecloth. This is useful for attracting special attention to your game, especially if it's a game that you have created, if you are a game author or designer. Plus your own stand-ups and signage. Sign cannot be over 6 feet, or Gen Con will consider it advertising and charge us thousands of dollars because it's too big. Have extras of everything. If you're running an RPG, make sure you have character sheets for every single session you're running. Even if you're running it 3 times, make sure you have 3 sets of pre-generated characters. If you have, if you're running 2 simultaneous Catan games, make sure that you have brought both Catan games to the con. If you find you are missing something, we'll do our best to help you. Before the con, make sure you confirm the location of your events is correct. For Wednesday events, you'll be in Union Station. You may probably, almost definitely will have to ask the BHQ Gen Con staff for help because you cannot get to it usually through the elevator. You need to traverse a conference room to find it. It's very confusing every year. The rest of the events will either be held in the Indiana Convention Center, ICC Hall A, in our event area. HQ will tell them where to go, which means they go to HQ to find out which table in our area the event is at, or Stadium, Field, Cincinnati Arsenal Gaming, HQ. This should only be the miniature tournaments that we are holding in the stadium. I'm going to talk a little bit about ticketing.
For the stadium, we're gonna be on the orange tables for our tournaments in the stadium. Orange tables, sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, good to know. I did not know that. Download the Gen Con app today if you have not downloaded it yet. Make sure it is updated. They update it frequently, especially in the couple of days and weeks before Gen Con. You'll be using it for scanning in your events, but it also has your complete schedule, maps of the entire events, not just the ICC, but also the surrounding hotels and other parts of the ICC and the exhibitor hall that are not adjacent to where we are. Please confirm the app is working and up to date on Wednesday evening prior to your events. Also, if you have not completed the e-ticket training, complete it before your events once you get it downloaded if you have not already. We've talked about the brown envelopes. You need to fill it out completely, accurately, legibly. Please write so it can be read. If you mess up, we probably have extra envelopes. We would prefer you to fill out an extra envelope than there to be any question about your events and which tickets and which event it belongs to. The brown envelope, place it directly to your right. Hopefully the screen is mirroring correctly. So that we can collect the envelope and have it ready within 15 minutes at the start of your event. We will do our best, again, not to interrupt your game, but we will be checking the envelope, and if there are any questions, we will be asking a question in order to get it resolved. We cannot emphasize enough, event tickets should be treated as cash, not your cash. So you are responsible for collecting it and making sure it is accurate. Walk-ups. If someone is waiting for a seat to a sold-out game, that's considered a walk-up. For walk-ups, per Gen Con rules, you must wait 15 minutes past your event start time for the purchased event ticket holders to show up. So if you have 6 tickets sold, you have 5 players sitting down, you have 1 person waiting, you must wait till quarter after to collect the tickets and to authorize the walk-up to play in your game. We still want you to start on time. If the person running late shows up, they'll slip into the game and the walk-up can go off and do something else. If the walk-up is part of your game from the beginning and the 15 minutes passes, you just continue on with your game, making sure that you have collected the walk-up ticket after 15 minutes. If the ticket holder arrives, they have to vacate the seat. If the game is not sold out, you can immediately sell them a ticket through the Gen Con app or collect generics for them. They'll need enough generics to cover the cost of your event. Generic tickets are in $2 denominations. For a $10 event, that is 5 generics. For a $12 event, that is 6 generics. I don't have enough fingers. They can also give you a ticket for another event they've registered for that equals or exceeds your event cost. If you have a $10 event, they have a $20 event ticket that they are not using or they want to use to get into your event, they can. We do not make change. We do not give them change for their $20 ticket. We just accept it. And that's what they have to deal with. Place all tickets in the brown envelope. Fill it out completely before your game starts so there isn't a disruption to your game while things go on. Comps. As being part of our staff, you can play in any of our games if the GM allows it, a complimentary ticket. The GM of the event must fill out the little brown envelope recording the comped GM's participation. Gen Con staff comes around and randomly audits events by counting players and comparing tickets collected. Every discrepancy is a ding against us. Too many dings for various things that happen, and that limits what we can do at future Gen Cons. The more dings we get, the harder it is to have flexibility and have enough event space and basically operate the way we want to operate. There are paper tickets that other events can, there are paper tickets for other events that attendees may provide in lieu of a walk-up. So if you have a walk-up and they want to give a ticket for another event, after 15 minutes passes, you can take that other event ticket. At your discretion, you may allow more players at your table than the event specifies. If you have an expansion on a board game that allows 6 players, but it's not currently set up, and you want to allow extra players, you can. If you are an RPG GM and you have an extra character sheet or an extra character for a 5-player game, you have a 6th character, you can allow them to play at your discretion. If you want people to team up and play teams on board games, that is fine as well. Don't be afraid to say no if it will hinder the other players by having too many people. It is difficult to spotlight people when there are 8 players at a table. You must still collect tickets, generics, or events equal to or over your event price from them and record this on your brown envelope. So yes, if you have 7 players at your table, you must record that you have 7 players, even if the event cap is 6. As a warning, you will be walking a lot. Bring comfortable shoes, have extra pair packed just in case, have insoles. People have killed gym shoes at the con in previous years and had to replace them mid-con. Make sure you have broken in shoes before the convention. You don't want to injure your feet and get blood blisters under your toes that last for a year until they grow out. We want you to have proper hygiene at the convention. Please do not show up funky and smelly. Attire should look semi-professional or at least clean and not messy. Please do not wear a shirt that has multiple holes in it from being worn. And we do, as mentioned previously, we do not want you to have offensive clothing, whether it be covering a hot topic or with obvious curse words or inobvious curse words, I guess would say, on it. You don't have to dress in a 3-piece suit, but please look like you are not just collecting clothes from the gutter. Yes, would be one way to put it. That does it for me, on event execution. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening.
All right, we're gonna move into frequently asked questions. Do you want to start with people in person or you want to go through the chat first?
Let's go through some of this stuff right here and then we'll go through the chat.
Okay.
That's there. And I've also got some things from fans of Gen Con that keep popping up that I think would be helpful. What do I need to know if I'm bringing food? You're not guaranteed to get a refrigerator, and so you might want to bring a cooler just in case. And even if you do, the refrigerator might be too small to be able to hold a whole lot of food. So make sure you have a plan for replacing your ice or ice packs if you do bring a cooler. Who's in the hotel with me? Well, we actually brought the hotel assignments here in your GM packet. You also have it. If you need access to that beforehand, we can get that to you sooner rather than later. But I think that was already sent out to everyone at one point in time, but it has been slightly updated, but it's also on the screen right now. There's the hotel. So the hotel is on the corner right next to hallway. So it's the JW Marriott. Everyone is in that same hotel. We got lucky on that one. Where can I store my stuff? So we actually went over that in here. So I think that's why we added that in. So if you have events that you're running and you need to store stuff for the events, we have dedicated space for those. It's personal stuff that we don't have storage for. So like David, like with your Necromunda stuff or with Blood Bowl that we're running 40K in Old World, we have storage for that, for those events and stuff. And then the fans of Gen Con Q&A, like as a reminder, there is a wagon ban and rolling carts ban in the vendor hall.
And strollers without a child in it.
And strollers without a child in it. So you cannot go into the vendor hall with any of those items, so please don't try to do that. As a reminder, it is illegal for marijuana in the state of Indiana, so please be mindful of that. There are varying degrees of what people are saying is acceptable or not acceptable by local police. So please don't do anything silly there. And then Wild Bills, while it is expensive upfront, apparently if you take the cup you can take it to multiple conventions and all you have to do is pay the refill. So if it's $80, that cup's good for as long as the cup is good. So, and I know they do it at Origins, Gen Con, Hacks Unplugged, all the big major things. So,
They're even doing the regional cons now.
oh yeah, okay, that's good to
They're
know.
like franchising.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You might want to say that because people can't hear.
So they are franchising to some of the local cons to do the Wild Bills thing. So it may actually be worth it if you're planning to go to multiple cons. So it's not, they're not bad. It's good drink. So, and then, so what kind of questions we got in the chat?
If there is 15 minutes pass and there's a no-show that walks in, can they take their spot after 15 minutes? And will the walk-up have to be, if it's at the 23rd minute mark?
So I think with that one, so the official stance for Gen Con is if you're not there at 15 minutes, you're too late. But if it's not going to disrupt your game, then I think that's okay. That would be by GM on being able to add them in without disrupting. If they're like 30 minutes to an hour late, then I would not suggest doing that.
I believe they were asking if you already have a walk-in up in the seat and you collected the ticket.
Now, if it's after the 15 and you don't have a space for them, then they're too late. So what's that? Send them to HQ and then we're figuring out what we can do about their ticket. If anything.
We did have someone ask for a recap on ground issues. He was not on some technical issues. Spencer, come see HQ at the very beginning, give yourself some extra time so that we can review that with you. It's a lot of information for us to go back over again. We've got someone, I think he wants to talk in here as well. Nick, if you want to unmute yourself and ask your question, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't type this out. My arthritis is acting up in my knuckles, but I actually have a couple of questions. I have a Wednesday game at 1 o'clock. I'll get into Indianapolis about 12. So my question to you is, where should I go to get my badge before the game?
Wednesday at 1 o'clock?
Yeah, my event is Wednesday at 1 o'clock.
Didn't know we could have.
What's the next question? We're gonna look at that one.
Okay. My next question is, well, my next two questions are simple. It was said before by Jason about if someone has a $20 ticket for an event, but I'm running like a $10 ticket. Just on the off chance that they say, hey, I have a $20 ticket. I have a guest with me. Your event is $10. Can they split that $20 ticket into two?
No,
No.
cannot do that.
No, you cannot split a
Okay.
$20 ticket. You must collect tickets for every single attendee. Cannot
Okay.
use
my
one
last-
ticket to cover two.
Okay. My last, but is it's less of a question, more of a concern. For the past couple of days, I've been having trouble with the app that I have to uninstall it, reinstall it, and it takes forever to let me in. If I'm having trouble scanning tickets or if I can't get into the app, I should just to clarify, I should just go to HQ to help me scan into tickets if I'm having trouble with the app, correct?
Yes, with your HQ staff, will help you out.
So for better clarity here, at the beginning of your event, within that 15-minute window, you need to walk all of your attendees to the HQ table for them to scan them in. Do not wait until the end of your event. You must do it in that first 15-minute window.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry. I'm just like, hold on, let me talk in here.
Yeah, so and that's a good point, because if 15 minutes pass and our HQ staff comes to get your envelope and you're not done in your event and people aren't scanned, we're gonna stop your game and ask questions. So you want to do it first things first.
And just something as another workaround is if the app is not working, you can actually go into like using Chrome or whatever browser you have on your phone, and it will actually allow you to scan from the browser. If the app's not working, don't do it through the browser first. Do it through the app. But if the app is acting up, you can do it through the browser.
Okay, because the only reason why I asking what my main concern is that, with the exception, all of my games are in the ICC except for the Wednesday game, which is at Union Station. So that I just want to be prepared for that. Where would, relative to Union Station, because last year I didn't run a game over there, where is the headquarters?
Okay, so for that particular one, you'll hit your guru who will be on site, which is Jason, and he will be your backup scanning. Anyone who's running a board game or a card game at Union Station will go to TJ. They will be your backup scanner. That particular day is the one where it'll be a little funky for that. They do also have some Gen Con like mini hall HQs. If your guru is not yet on site, since your event starts so early, you could go to the mini hall HQ that they run for check-in there, and they can help you get scanned as well. That'll be the only time you will go directly to them for a scanning issue, is if your guru is not there yet, or TJ, if the other guru is not there. If no one's there yet from our crew that can help you, you can do that. You should be able to get the last update, so make sure you don't have updates pending on the Gen Con app. One of the main reasons it has you uninstall and reinstall is because there's an update pending that you haven't hit download for yet. It will make you do that every
I
single time.
actually started after the update.
Yeah, they usually
That's
push
the
about
crazy
3 updates the week before Gen Con, so there could be another one. I'm not even kidding, it's insane.
And sometimes during the con, they put more.
Sometimes during con, they'll push another update too. We're not kidding, check for updates all the time. Is there
Okay.
anything else, Nick?
No, it was those were just my only concerns. I think someone said, they'll find out about what's gonna happen for Wednesday since I'm gonna be there like an hour before my game's at 1.
So you don't
I'll
need a
message-
badge to run that event. You can go straight to Union Station and get your badge after your event. Or on Thursday morning, there's another badge pickup time frame at the ICC. You don't
Oh,
need a
okay.
badge for Wednesday.
Okay, that but hits off a lot of anxiety for me. Thank you very much.
Right, I've got a couple on the chat, I'm just gonna address real quick if that's okay.
Sure.
So room emails already went out. If you did not receive it and you need it again, let me know. I can resend them. Your room captains are responsible for bed assignments. That's the perk to them having to put down the incidentals card. There will be almost always 2 beds in a room. We ask for 2 beds and a couch. We do not guarantee that it is 2 beds and a couch. However, that's our request. Only one room, one time had 1 bed and it was an ADA room. Okay, so if you're not in an ADA room, which there's only a couple, you should have 2 beds. You will be sharing your bed with someone else. That is based upon room captain assignments. If you have a preference on who you stay with, then you can sleep with that person. But for the bulk majority, it is by room captain assignment, okay? So we do ask that you be willing to share a bed with whomever is in the room there with you. 1 person, 2 people in a bed, okay? We're all adults, sharing is caring. Just don't make it weird, okay? So looks like a lot of the emails bounced and didn't get through. I can resend those tonight, guys. Don't worry too much. Your medical equipment is on you to bring. If you have a CPAP, if you have whatever you need to not drive your roommates crazy with your snoring, bring it. Please don't forget it.
Bring earplugs too.
If you are worried about this, bring earplugs. Like you need to make sure that you take care of yourself and your roommates at the same time. The hotel assignments will also be in your GM packet. So if you forget where you're at or who you're with, they'll be there. But they should have already gone out to everyone, but if I'm getting a lot of messages, if you didn't get them, I will just resend all of them tonight, guys. It's fine. I did also want to touch on something that was missed on our FAQ sheet. You are welcome to use any open table in our area for personal gaming. You're welcome to use an open table, to sit down and eat lunch in our area. Do not just sit down at a table you think is open. Make sure you check with HQ. They have schedules, they have maps, they will tell you if and which tables are open at what times and when you need to vacate that table for the next event. If you are going to eat in our space, please be conscious that there will be a game at that table later on. So if you get nasty on the table, someone doesn't necessarily want their board gaming stuff on nasty later on, make sure you clean up after yourself. If you are Jason and you spill a 32-ounce soda twice on the same table, we'll need to get the tablecloth replaced. Make sure you let HQ know about that so we can get with housekeeping so that we can get the entire tablecloth replaced, okay? But if it's a small mark that you spilled some ketchup on the table, just get a napkin and wipe it up, clean up after yourself, okay?
You spill soda, you stand on a chair, you get forever marked.
I will hear that every year, Jason. Yeah, absolutely. It is. Yes, our tables are color coded. No, we don't know what our table color is until we get to Gen Con. But all of our tables will be a color. And they do reuse their colors. So even if we are orange, there will also be an orange section of Gen Con. So fully expect to have random attendees coming through going, I'm in gaming section orange. Yes, but this is CAG orange. Like, so just HQ will try to handle that. But if they start wandering through our section saying, I'm looking for orange, that's why. On the map, it will actually show a section that's called orange instead of CAG. Okay, so that's what they're looking for if their ticket says orange. So that everyone knows. We had some, is it too late to join as a volunteer? Ben is your Virginia guy. Ben, stay after, we'll talk to you.
So to address Greg Walker's question, where and when are we getting badges? So Wednesday, we will have badge pickups from 4 to 6. Thursday, it'll be from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We'll be posting up an HQ staff or someone outside of Hall A. They'll be sitting down, relaxing. They will have a big box of stuff with large manila envelopes that have all information. See them. They will take care of you. If you cannot make Wednesday, 4 to 6 p.m. or Thursday, 8 to 10 a.m., reach out through Teams, set up another arrangement, get your badge. Make sure you communicate because you'll be standing outside the hall waiting for a long time because we cannot see you. We're really far away from the doors to ICC this year.
Is that on the JW Marriott side? Like, that's the, okay, because I think the parking lot I have is like on the other side of Lucas Oil, so I'll just circumnavigate the hall and then go in.
Scooters are your friends. There will be a ton of Lime and Bird and whatever other scooter brands are. Those are your friends. They're really cool. They
If you get to watch me, it is funny because I'm 6'5" and the center of gravity is really high, but I do use them from time to time.
There's also shuttles running usually starting Wednesday from over in those.
Depending on which parking
Right.
you're using and who's running it. But yes.
The tables that are in the ICC, are they at all a certain size and shape?
No, there's 3 standard sizes for the tables there. There's the 30 by 6, which are the board game tables that are narrow. There is the 60 by, or 60 by 8, it's 30 by 8, and 60 by 8, there are 8 others, sorry. That is 2 of those tables together, and mostly those are used for miniatures, and then there are 5-foot rounds that are used for RPG.
Okay, so
There will be usually they're used for those standard types of gaming. There will be a mix of those types of tables in every section, just about. I am getting ready, once we're done with the FAQ, to pull up just a quick map of what our tables look like. But I want to get through the FAQ first, and then I'll jump right
Perfect.
into that.
thank you.
DJ?
There's some people who buy 2 different badges, 2 different tickets for the same thing, and you have to scan their badge and their badge. So do we put down that we scan their ticket twice, or just that they scan the guest ticket?
It's the guest ticket,
Okay,
the guest ticket and their ticket.
all right.
And in the e-ticket, usually they have to sign that guest ticket to somebody. So you scan them, then scan their guest. The app will correct it, but it'll still be 2 people scanned for that ticket.
Emergency on-site printing.
Nathan, is there emergency printing still a thing at Gen Con? Possibly. I think we're taking the printer. We always do. We will have different laptops because Ashley unfortunately is not able to attend this year. So we'll have to figure out that printing. But yes, if in an emergency you need something printed, we can help you out. It will be a small donation. No, we're not responsible for stuff that the con should be providing to us. They print our stuff for us, I think.
So there is a Kinko's on site or whatever that place is, they will do some emergency printing for you. It is a lot more expensive than doing a donation to us. We have no information or responsibility for that. You can go find that if they are open and utilize that, or you can go to our HQ if they have time and the ability to do so. They can print for you at the HQ. Please do not rely on either of these services. Okay, that kiosk I just mentioned is not open the whole time. They have very limited on-site hours and they have very limited access to their printers because they are printing for other things that are not Gen Con. Okay, our HQ remains very busy all the way throughout the con. Please do not rely on HQ. If you have, oh man, I ran 1 player sheet short, I ran 1 score sheet short, that's fine. Please don't ask us to print a book. I say us, like I'm gonna be there this year. I'm not gonna be there this year. Please don't ask them to print a book. If you, oh my God, I forgot my entire thing of paperwork at home. I might need to get like with the Staples overnight order, because that might be a better bet than trying to get HQ to do a book, okay? We have done it, we can do it if there's time, if there's paper, if there's ink. Please don't rely on HQ for that level of printing.
Some of the hotels also have business centers with printers. They're not always free. Sometimes they cost. If that is you and you need that, better do it Wednesday because they'll be out of ink by Thursday morning. Because everyone says, I'm going to print the business center. And then there's no ink, there's no paper.
No paper.
So just don't rely on that as well. It is an option. Don't rely on it. And if you have to, you better do it early and you get everything all at once. Do not wait till last minute. Have all your stuff.
One other thing, we do have, we reserved scooters back in the beginning. when we thought we were in the stadium and stuff like that. So if you need a scooter, if you want to rent a scooter from us, it is significantly cheaper than what it normally is, running, because I think it's like $220 normally. So it'll be less than that if you need it for the entire con. If you need it for a day, we can work out renting that out as well, because it'll help get around and stuff like that. Because come Friday, Saturday, you might, or you're like, I don't want to walk.
Couple things that came up in the chat and Jason. First day you check into your hotel room, I would recommend all of you, room captains request some extra paper towels and toilet paper.
Trash bags.
Less worried about trash bags and I know about butt wipe, but yes. They will run out. They have run out. They will not have extra clean towels. You have the ability to go ahead and get some extras on day one, just do it. Don't expect them to be able to flip your towels every day. Be ready to reuse a towel for a couple of showers because there's 85,000 people coming to Gen Con and you gotta think that 2/3 of them are in the hotels around Gen Con. Okay, so be ready to do not have that, I have a clean towel every day at a hotel moment, okay? Don't throw them on the floor. Who do we need to contact the mobility spirit? Sean?
Yeah, me.
Reach out
Contact
to
Sean
that
after
guy.
the meeting.
They are on first come, first served basis, and there is limited amount, but we do have at least one or two.
So you'll contact Sean for that after the meeting. Anything else? That's all of my chat stuff.
Got one. On Wednesday, if you have a game at Union Station and you're arriving, make sure you have time to eat on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because we will be leaving early, so we will have brief downtime and then you will get done with your game, most likely after most places have closed. So you want to eat or bring some lunch in a very limited amount, don't bring a buffet, with you on Wednesday. The other days of the con, we also want you to get nourishment and plenty of water. It is going to be very hot.
Oh, we will have snacks and water for you at the con. Just don't eat out of it. Don't like make a meal out of the snacks and stuff like that. Like asking for a bag or two occasionally is fine, but don't get like 6 bags of chips and 4 Slim Jims and 3 bottles of water or whatever, and have that as your meal, because one, that's limiting you for everyone else, and then also.
On that note, if you want to donate to the Solid Water, hey guys. We are still in meeting, sorry. If you want to donate to the Solid Water Fund, we will provide 2 cases of water like we do for every convention. We do usually have at least 1 or 2 people who donate another case of water in addition to that to help us make it through the con. With 2 cases, I guarantee you by midday Saturday, we're out. So take that as you will if you want to donate to the water fund. Yes, dear.
Yeah, maybe I missed this in the email. Is there something where we need to get a credit card for a $300 room fee?
Yep, so let's cover that again, because I've got it on
Did I
here.
miss that in the beginning?
So only room captains need to worry about having a $300 Visa prepaid gift card is the preferred for incidentals on the room. You are not a room captain. That's why you wouldn't have gotten that particular email. But yes, room captains, you are responsible for that incidentals hold. They're not gonna actually charge you for it. It's gonna put a $300 hold on your card. And then at the end of the con, that will be refunded, because we've all stayed in a hotel, we know how incidentals work, right? So the perk to being a room captain is you get to assign beds. You need to make sure that you have a spot in bed. If someone really doesn't want to share a bed and everyone else is willing to, I guess that person's on the floor. They can bring a sleeping bag or an air mattress if they want. That is the kind of trade-off there, okay? We really recommend you get the Visa gift card because, as was mentioned, we got a $9,000 charge on our debit card. The 1 year the one in the very beginning when we didn't do Visa gift cards.
Yeah.
Because a bunch of rooms charged their parking to us. And there was no way for them to refund that. That's also why we tell you lock your room down from any parking or room service or shows that might try to get charged. Anything to that effect should not be able to be charged to your room. If you have someone in your room who is able to put that onto the room, you as a room captain need to call the front desk and lock your room down. You will get charged if they're able to charge against it. People will name random room numbers, okay, trying to find a room that's open to put their parking against. That's what happened to us.
Nathan's asked about Marriott breakfast. Most of these hotels have a restaurant. The JW does not have a free continental breakfast or anything like that. The food trucks will have a breakfast option, at least a good portion will. So you have that. If you're cheeky, you can sometimes walk to a hotel that does have a free breakfast and just assume yourself as a guest there and steal the breakfast. We not recommend that. We do not endorse such thing. That is illegal and wrong. Don't do it. Don't do it. But if you do it, I didn't know about it and you didn't hear it here. So,
And we're also not mentioning that there's a continental breakfast at the Springfield, which is right next to the, or behind the JW.
so
Remember, you're representing a charity, so if you get in trouble, it's we look bad.
Sure, so wear your shirt.
yeah.
Please don't, please don't.
Sorry, Fairfield Inn and Suites.
Okay, not Friday when you're on your shirt.
It's like Greek life. Don't wear letters to go party. Oh, yeah. Hey, make sure you sleep at the con. Don't play werewolf till 3 a.m. for an event at 8 a.m. and then act like a fool and be all tired. Don't do it. You're representing us.
Yeah, it's.
We want people to have a good time. We want you to be in a good mood and not be snippy or snappy at people. And by Sunday, we'll all be a little snippy and snappy. So make sure you sleep well on Saturday. Thanks.
Back to incidentals very briefly. If you put incidentals on without a prepaid and you put it on an ATM card, debit card, it will put a $300 out of your account that you can't use. If you put it on a credit card instead, it does not charge the credit card. You should still have your credit limit on that credit card. This is another reason a lot of people have debit cards to get that prepaid card.
Any other questions? All right.
Briefly,
Zoom in. So
I can't zoom in, but they won't. See it.
So this is the table layout for our Hall A location. So yeah, go ahead, Britt.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so this will be the guest facing map. It will just look like this. There is a section that is quite a bit smaller. It's just where HQ is. We're in a funky kind of layout, as you saw, we've got two little spots. You will check in every day at HQ and they will show you a version of this map that has a bunch of names on it instead that I did not pull up because can't make it big enough for you to read. I do have them if the people in person want to see them. Mostly, you're just gonna check in at HQ to make sure where your table's at every day. They're gonna give you a table number. The table will be numbered by HQ on Wednesday. We will go to that table. A lot of you have repeat tables. If you are a big event, Necromunda, Spaceball, Copy Gaming, you don't ever know. If you are a board game, you usually don't move. If you are an RPG, or you will move. Okay, I try to keep people in the same tables as much as possible, but because everyone's schedules are all sorts of different, and I got to keep the table full all day long, sometimes you move. So this is especially important for the RPGs. Okay, so please, please, please check in every day at HQ. That way they know you're there and they know where you're going so that they can send the attendee to the appropriate table because you went to the right table. Okay.
Any other questions?
I'll finish it out with, sometimes on Sunday in the ICC, they run out of necessary paper in bathroom. So you may want to grab a roll from your hotel room.
It has happened.
Twice,
Times.
a couple times. Not good.
Yeah. As a reminder, make sure you guys have all the necessary items that you need to be comfortable. If you need a fan, if you need whatever,
White noise generator.
Tylenol, aspirin, Advil, make sure you guys bring that. We're not responsible for that. Whatever you guys think that you'll need, you have that. If anyone does get a cut, we do have a first aid kit on site for us. Just come to us, we'll get you a Band-Aid, get you a Neosporin, Sean will kiss it, make it better.
Right, lozenges.
We do have cough drops, bring your own too.
And don't eat them, like fistfuls at a time.
I'll make a meal out of the cough drops.
Yes, exactly.
A lot of talking. It will be loud in the ICC, so you will have to use your voice, maybe a little bit of an outside voice. All right, anything else?
Any other questions?
So on the party bus, can we bring drinks?
You can have a drink with you.
Okay, like if I go to a coffee shop and get a big coffee, I can sit on.
Yeah, I cannot guarantee there'll be a cup holder, but you can bring a drink.
Don't forget case of water. We love to eat them.
Yeah, just don't choke.
And clean up after yourselves, please.
I don't think there's a trash
Yeah. Take
on
your
there.
trash. What you bring, you take out, it's like you're camping.
Backpack.
Yes.
Bobby Haven, some kind of sandwich in there, probably a little paper. Water bottle.
Think of it like
I
a,
was not bringing like.
It's like a carry-on.
think of it, can it fit under your seat on an airplane?
Corey-
More for the hall, when you say no personal items in the hall.
That's just for the bus.
So for the hall, I bring my backpack with like lunch, water.
Yeah.
toilet Paper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You keep that with you, keep it on you.
keep it with you. We're not responsible to.
Yeah, I just don't.
Sorry.
Yeah, most attendees will have backpacks, so it'll be commonplace. Corey, to answer your question, the answer is no.
There is a recording being taken if you need to review.
I will post it up on the website, this evening.
They will talk to you separate, if not before, on-site Wednesday,
Teams channels.
and the teams.
There will be team channels set up.
We will try to get all the team channels set up later today.
I'm gonna be bringing an inflatable bed. I did last year. Is there a limit on the amount of luggage you can bring on the truck? Cause I'm gonna have a suitcase with my clothes and then another backpack with the bed.
Try to keep it as contained as you can because the truck has quite a bit going on to it, but if you need 2 bags, you can bring 2 bags. Do not bring an open top bag for us to put on the truck.
Yeah.
If there's food in open top bags, they will spill, they will go everywhere. And then we will not know whose it is and we might give your bread to someone else.
I think you know whose it is.
I have a Rubbermaid Toughness.
Whatever you bring to put on the truck is enclosed. It has a zipper, it has a snap, it has a lid, it has something that will contain your items. But if you need to have a second bag, that's fine. If you need to bring a cooler, that's fine. Try not to bring one that's 6 feet long.
Do not, it will not go on the truck, it's too heavy. I'm telling you right now, it won't make it.
That too.
All right.
There are 2 people in the chat that I need to hold on to do a quick review with, Ben and Spencer. Other than that, I'm good.
All right. So thank you guys very much and we'll see you at Gen Con.
Awesome. Thank you.
And people here, we have pizza over there. Lizzie, you might want to grab your salad.
It's-
We, I'm John Meyer, by the way.
John.
Thanks.